Flowchart math, greatest common factor. Look at this example. We're going to factor 14x plus 20. To do that, we can see that both of the two terms are divisible by 2. That is the GCF for this problem. We want to write this problem, 14x plus 20, as the product of 2 times whatever else is left. Think about the distributive property. If I distributed that 2, it would be 2 times what to get back to the 14x? Well, 2 times 7 is 14, so 2 times 7x gets me back to 14x. We're going to have that same plus sign in there. And then 2 times what would get me back to 20? 2 times 10. And so factoring means writing it as a multiplication problem. So you can see we have the product 2 times the quantity 7x plus 10. So this is our answer. Let's look at a more complicated example. There's a lot going on here. What you want to do is look at all of your terms and look for something in common. I see that the three coefficient numbers, 12, 6, and 21, are all divisible by 3. And then I look at the x's. X to the fourth, x to the first, x to the third. The greatest number of x's that I can take out is just 1. So I would write x to the first, or just x. Look at the y's, y to the third, y to the second, y to the fifth. The greatest number of y's I could take from all three of those terms is 2. So y squared, that is the GCF for this problem. We want to think about distributive property and think about what you would have to multiply by to get back to 12x to the fourth, y to the third, plus, and then the rest of the problem. So 3 times 4 is 12. X times x to the third would get me back to x to the fourth, and y squared times y would get me back to that first term. You're going to have a plus sign. 3 times 2 would give me 6. X times, well, we don't need to multiply that x because it's already x. And same thing with y squared. Y squared times whatever we have is going to get me back to y squared. So I'm good there with the 2. 3x y squared times 2 would get me back to 6xy squared. Put in the minus. 3 times 7 would get me to the 21. X times x squared gets me to x to the third. Y squared times y to the fifth. I'm sorry, y squared times y to the third gets me back to y to the fifth. So there we have it. We have a product which shows that I am factored.